Hello everybody, and warm welcome to my channel Tarot by Izabela. I hope you're all doing fine, and I'm very happy to see you here. Today's video will be a reading video about solar flares, and I had many viewers mailing me in question about solar flares and EMP, what will happen, which way solar flares are affecting us here on Earth. Are they dangerous, or are we expecting something big coming out from the sun? I'm gonna look into that about solar flares today's video, and I'm gonna use a crystal ball, tarot cards, oracle cards, and some dice. But before we begin, I need to just read a little bit about solar flares, just some scientific facts. I have some notes here, so I don't forget to mention things that are of importance before we begin. And solar flare. What is a solar flare? According to Wikipedia and online information, a solar flare occurs when magnetic energy that has built up in the solar atmosphere is suddenly released. And when this magnetic energy is released, it emits a lot of radiations, and it's across a big electromagnetic spectrum. And they say here that solar flare emits radio waves, long wavelengths, and they also emits X-rays and gamma rays and short wavelength rays, and all kind of radiation from these solar flares. And there are some studies done, and those solar flares can affect humans when they occur. So we are also electromagnetic engineered kind of supercomputers, and we all live because of this electromagnetic energy, and everything is energy. So of course we will be affected in some way when there is a lot of solar flares. We can feel it, as we can get irritated, we can maybe have some insomnia, and different physical and psychological side effects, we can call it almost, of these solar flares. I'm gonna see here what they say more about those solar flares, in which way they can affect us. We can become worried, dizzy, irritable, even feel pressure and headaches. So those solar flares do affect us, human beings, in one way. And if it will come a big solar flare that upgrades human consciousness, on that question I'm going to look into my crystal ball. But also I'm going to look into another question. If there is an extremely big solar flare that can cause something called EMP, electromagnetic pulse, and that could be quite dangerous, this big EMP, since it can knock out all the electronic device on planet Earth or on certain areas on planet Earth. And it says that there are only two ways, or two possible sources for an EMP occur. One is a detonation of some kind of nuclear device in the atmosphere, or massive solar flares. And this EMP, sorry, I'm reading here so I don't miss, can also knock out the internet, the Wi-Fi, and all the electronic device. And this has happened before, so it's nothing new. And I'm gonna look into today if we can expect an EMP coming soon, or if the solar flares may affect us in a more positive way, like upgrade our consciousness. And I'm gonna use this crystal ball today. It's a citrine crystal ball, and the citrine stone is highly associated with sun and positive energies, and it also helps to eliminate negative energies, and gives more strength, joy, and helps people to ground. But it's strongly associated with the sun. And before we begin this reading about solar flares and EMP, I need to concentrate a little bit on my crystal ball. And after that, we're gonna begin the reading. I'm just gonna put my notes away. So just give me a few moments and soon we begin. Solar flares and EMP. Okay, so I need to put my glasses on and let's see what we can find about solar flares. And the first thing I get very strongly, I see a big solar flare coming up. And I'm not sure exactly when, and could be this November this year, or it could be something with number 9. 9 days, 9 weeks, 9 months, 9 months, or November. And this is quite big. Yeah. Some big solar flare is coming up. Not this small ones that gives you some, little side effects, but a real big one that will affect the electronics on Earth, and also some kind of the electromagnetic fields on Earth. And because I see Earth like shivering. So something will come. Upgrade of human consciousness. Yeah, in a way, of course, it can upgrade human consciousness if we don't have any electronic devices to rely on. We have to rely on our consciousness and our intelligence, and also what we know and how to survive with electronics. So that will certainly be an upgrade for people to learn that. And if this will be knocked out, the electronics, for some time, I see strong number 3, so it could last like 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, something like that, when the electronics doesn't work as they should. I also see some kind of haze around Earth, and this haze look like some symbolically. I'm not sure if it's for real. Sometimes it's difficult to see if it's symbolical or if it's a real thing. Like a green, neon green haze around the Earth. And this is not aurora borealis. It's some other kind of energy. Or they'll try to blocking the sun rays with that kind of this haze. And this haze is not made from good guys. Yeah, it's not of a good energy. And then I also see sun rays trying to hit planet Earth, and they don't get through equally due to that green haze, or fog, you can almost call it. And it's like hitting the Earth in spots, so it's not getting the good sun rays to Earth as it should evenly. It's like here a little bit, here a little bit there. And there are some spectrum of the solar rays that are missing where this green kind of fog is. This will be removed, and there are forces working on removing that fog. When we reach after summer, autumn, most of that green haze or fog will be gone, so healthy sun rays can again hit the Earth or spread evenly around our planet. And this sort of haze, this green stuff, the evil ones put it there to make people even more confused, lacking of healthy radiation from the sun. It's like also blocking a little bit the production of vitamin D, or making the production not fully complete. So there are things missing. Let's see here, we can find something more. Something will happen here. It looks like some kind of explosion from the sun, like, and then goes back. But the sun is not exploding, and it's not really from the sun either, but from a perspective of planet Earth, it will look like some kind of explosion from the sun. It's something else. Yeah. This storm, solar flare that comes, or this flash of light, you can almost call it flash of light, is very, very strong. And it will affect people and animals and everything, but not in a negative way. It's some kind of cleansing light. Yeah, my eyes almost hurt when I see that flash. But it's not gonna blind people. It looks like contrary. It's gonna help them open their eyes. Okay, that was what I could see in this citrine crystal ball. Let's continue to the cards and see if the cards have something more to say about the solar flares. And some kind of EMP, if it's from the sun or if it's gonna happen, because I see people trying to use their phones and everything is black, nothing is working. And I see cars going around on the street and with like megaphones trying to inform people of what is going on, because no really electronic devices are working. And not all cars are Tesla cars or very high electronics on them. Let's see, can we get some more information about those solar flares? This strong light, as I see, like an explosion, that will help people open their eyes. It's like this light also opens the mind and people can think clearly. It's like an on button on consciousness in that way that they become aware. Yeah. Like suddenly they are awake. Like they've been in a coma and then they are awake. Can we get some more information about the solar flares? And some dice. Travel, rain. Okay. And it looks like this. So we have here calling in your soulmate, travel, rain cloud, and someone that is knocking on the door. We have a carousel, the world. Yeah, something is coming. We have travel, and a person ringing on the doorbell. So this kind of solar flare is on its way. And we have a rain cloud in the center. So this could even happen a rainy day. This flash or this big solar flare. And a lot of people will be affected. We have elderly, women, men, young people, all kind of people will be affected. And in the beginning, it will be a little bit difficult and people will be feeling a little lost. And it will affect the whole planet, the whole world. But it will also tell you that it's the end of all times, beginning of new times. And when the card of the world, the universe, comes up, it's like a lot of problems are ending and beginning of a new life with peace, with harmony. It will be quite difficult with cash, with money. Not maybe with cash, but with money in general, because we rely too much on digital money, on ATMs and internet working, so that people will be struggling for a period of time before things get cleared or begin to function again. So there'll be more. We'll have to rely more on cash. And the guy knocking on the door, so it will come. It's on its way. It's on its way. Yeah. I'm gonna take some more cards on this. Now specifically, I'm gonna take about the upgrade of consciousness. Will this solar flare make us wiser, more insightful? Will this solar flare make upgrade us? Now we're gonna take some of this also. Stay optimistic. Yeah. It will definitely take away the veil that a lot of people have before their eyes. So that will be taken away. And some kind of judgment is coming, yeah? And it could be a beginning of a judgment. People will see clearly what is good, what is bad. And they will not be so easily manipulated, brainwashed. It will not be possible. Some kind of cleaning in the whole human organism that will make them see things. And this sun flare is traveling, it's coming from far away. And it will be a bit difficult for people to handle it. Some kind of cleansing. Yeah. Higher consciousness, yes. It will elevate the consciousness in the way that you will see clearer. You will be able to see behind the masks, or who are wearing masks, who are evil, who are good. And this will go quite quickly. Yeah. And when it happens, it goes like boom, 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 boom. Suddenly, almost half of the planet is awake and the rest of the half of the planet, I'm not sure if we have so many humans here, because we have a lot of hybrids and clones and so on also. So the real people, the real humans will that are not hybrids or infected by different kind of alien stuff, those people will definitely be awake, will see clearly, and this big flash or storm or whatever that comes is quite deadly for those who are not real humans. So now we go deeper in the rabbit hole. I'm gonna make a video more on that theme, about clones and hybrids and things like that. But today's video will mainly focus on the solar flares. So let's take some cards now on the question of the EMP. Will this EMP really hit Earth, and what kind of consequences could it have? And also the question of when could this EMP come? Let's see here, EMP. What can we say about the EMP? I don't see the EMP as something very bad. Could be just some temporary effect. It's not like they destroy all the electronics. It will come. We have on the card of the magician here, we have a kind of electric flash, and somehow we have to rely to higher forces to help us. And then get strong number 1. So it could happen within 1 year, 1 month, first month of the year, something with number 1. But I don't see it dangerous. I see it like it will bring joy at the end. Gonna take some more cards on the EMP. Well, a lot of people that are very dependent of their electronic device, they will suffer. But I see some other kind of solutions, especially for those who rely on electronics in the hospital that are very important for them to survive. There will be some kind of help for them. I cannot say how. I'm not really in that electronic device stuff, but it seems like there will be a solution for those people who really rely on the electronics, especially in the hospital, to help them survive or continue their treatments. And it's looked like it's decided since long time ago about this EMP. I'm just gonna take one card here more on the EMP, if it's gonna be natural or if it's from the sun. Oh, sorry, if it's if it's natural from the sun, or if it's some kind of detonation. Will this EMP be natural from the sun, or is this some kind of detonation? It looks like, because all the cards are positive, so I don't think it's deliberate from humans, because humans should not play with this kind of devices. So it's not from humans. It's under control. That's what I can say. This EMP is under control. So it's probably not natural, because it's difficult to control the sun. It's under control, and it's not from the humans. So let's take some last cards on the question of solar flares. Some last cards on solar flares. Is there any last information that I can tell you about them? 2 cards want to come. Yeah, we have the wishing well, and the card who says very soon. The rest of the cards are positive, and it will also be positive for planet life. Since this, say, green fog, symbolic, that is around the planet, is affecting planet life, animal life, children, all living things on Earth negatively. And when this so-called green fog is gone, it will be a healthier environment for all livings, and some kind of period of rebuilding, system rebuilding, countries in a different way. And it will be for the best at the end. New teaching, new learning, could also be new kind of technology that will come out after that is not so dependent on eventual EMPs or solar flares, that are not affected by them. Or maybe this kind of technology is already there and just have to be tuned in with the technology that is present at the moment. Yeah. Well, that was the information I could receive about solar flares, upgrade of consciousness, EMPs. And if you have liked what you have seen and heard, please don't forget to press like button, share button, and subscription button. And to all of you wonderful, wonderful viewers, I want to thank you all so much for watching, and stay strong out there. Don't be afraid. It looks like things are going according to a greater plan or greater project, where beings not only from Earth are involved, but also some kind of intergalactic assistance. Well, thanks again. Take care out there, and hopefully we're gonna see each other soon again. Bye bye.